Hello, grade 7 and 8 ELA. This is Mrs. Bullock, and I am really excited in this lesson to be introducing you to our blended learning class and giving you your first lesson video. So right now we are on the Terry Fox assignment, and this is your playlist. So basically this is the list of things that you're going to be doing. Now you've already done your research at this point. You've been using your Cornell note template to record those notes. And you have 3 sets of notes. You've got the research notes on the Cornell template. You have research notes that you took during the video. And you also have a list of brainstormed questions or information that you want to include in your news article. You're going to need all of that when you are writing your newspaper article. So let's learn how to write a newspaper article. I'm really excited that you chose that as your pathway. So what you're going to need to do is find the information sheet for your project, the how to write a newspaper article. And yours looks like this. How to write a news article. This is my lesson video. This is what you're watching right now with your QR code. So you should have this handout already. So what I want to do is just walk you through how to write an article. And what I'm using is the 2 pages out of the Crossroad text that really outline it quite well, how to write a newspaper article. And they look like this. I did a terrible scan of this, guys. Sorry about that. I'll just scan in color next time. But what you'll see is there's some definite steps, and that's what we're going to go through. So your handout says, read through the handout for tips on writing. Here are the 6 steps to writing the article. You've already done this one, find and learn the story. Next, you're going to have to analyze that information. So let's look at the handout and see what that means. Here's what you're going to need to read through together with your group on analyzing the information. Now that you have the information, sort it to find the answers to the 5 W's. Who, what, where, when, and why. Newspaper articles should be objective. That means you're just there to get facts, not your opinion. Remember, it's your job as a journalist to find answers for the questions your readers will have. So that information, that who, what, when, where, and why, can be sorted. And if you go back to this handout on how to write a news article, I've put together a little graphic organizer for you that you can use. So you're going to want to put your information into these blocks. So that's the next step. Then you have to get started with writing the article. Your news article needs to begin with a lead. That lead is really just an introductory paragraph that tells the most important details about the news story. So grade 7 and 8, if you think of it this way, a lead is just trying to grab your reader's attention. You want to pull them into your story so they read the whole thing. So the lead is probably one of the most important sentences to write. So figure out how can you make that news article pop and get those readers excited about what you're reading. When you're done that, you start answering the 5 W's in the body of the article. This is the part where you develop or explain the main facts that you've talked about in the lead. Now, this is kind of an interesting part. The details in a newspaper article are given in what's called an inverted pyramid structure. And that's it over here. The most important and interesting information comes first in the article. And why? Most people read only the first parts of it. So less important details come at the end. They've got a sample here for you to read what that inverted, or to show you what that inverted pyramid structure looks like. But here it shows you, start with the headline, start with your lead, then important facts, 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 facts. So use this as an example when you're writing. So you're going to start with that. The next step is then to write the headline. The headline is what will attract the reader's attention. So it needs to be written as large, bold print title. A clever headline will draw more readers to your article. So again, think about bringing those readers in. What kind of headline would really make our Terry Fox run really exciting and pop for our readers? Next, you're going to do a byline and a placeline. And the byline really just tells who wrote the article, and the placeline tells where it takes place. So here you would have your names, and you would have Dinsmore, Saskatchewan with our date. And when you're typing these out, they're written underneath in the headline in a smaller font. Now, this is what's going to be great. If possible, include a photo or a drawing to attract attention to help your story at a glance with the caption. And I know that you guys are going to be in Outlook and missing the Terry Fox run. So I'm going to help you out by taking a couple photographs for you, and I'll get them to you so you can include them in your article. Okay, let's go back to how to write. So you know all of the steps in writing your draft copy. So if I go back into my playlist, I would check that off and say, hey, I know how to write the newspaper article. Now start writing your draft. And grade 7, I don't know how long it's going to take, but about 40 minutes. So what I recommend is that you set your stopwatch or a timer about every 10 minutes and just see how you're doing on your list here. Where are you at? Does it take you about 10 minutes to write that? Maybe 10 minutes to analyze. Maybe this might even take 15 minutes. But, just use your stopwatch and get an idea of how long it's going to take you. Then the next part is the feedback and editing. So when you're done your draft copy and you've gone through all of those 6 steps, you're going to ask either a classmate or myself to read through your draft copy and get them to sign it so we know that you've had it edited. And if they've given you some suggestions, make those changes to your news item. And then check it off on your playlist here. Now, when you're ready with all of that, you're going to grab a laptop and create the final copy of your news item. Now, you can choose to handwrite it if you want, or type it. Now, remember, we're going to be uploading this onto our Facebook page. So if you do decide to handwrite it, write it really nice and legibly so everyone can read it well. Okay, so that's it. That's going to get you all the way to your last stage on reflecting on learning, but that's going to get you through how to write the newspaper article, writing the draft copy, going and getting that feedback in that editing, and then your final copy. All right, good luck, grade 7 and 8. I can't wait to read your articles about our Terry Fox run. Good luck, Wildcats.